At the ripe young age of 12 years old, I became obsessed with Adult Swim. It was edgy, cool, and for grown-ups, quotation marks. I religiously watched Adult Swim in secret every single night because I wasn't supposed to. It was for grown-ups. It was naughty. While doing work for my next Aqua Teen Hunger Force video, I was reminded of a few different shows that I had completely forgotten about, and it seems the internet doesn't really care for them much either. I still see clips from other classic shows like Aqua Teen, Venture Bros, and Metalocalypse. I just wanted to go back to see if I had forgotten these shows because I was just too young, or if they just kinda suck. I watched the first episode of each one of these shows, so let's talk about them. Oh boy, Assy McGee. It was created by Matt Harrigan and Carl W. Adams. The series features a police detective named Assy McGee, a parody of a tough guy cop characters who is a walking pair of buttocks. And let me tell you, if you don't find the idea of an ass being a cop funny, then this show literally has nothing to offer. I do not find the concept funny, and my god is it hard to look at. But what happens in the first episode? Well, it starts off with President John Adams ending the life of his lady of the night friend.
Someone's coming. I saw him come this way. Oh, not now.
The remains are discovered years later. Assy shows up and just starts shooting everybody, so he's put off the case, but he won't let that stand between him and the pursuit he needs to follow. Not knowing who John Adams is, he goes to call all the John Adams before, ending up in a massage parlor. Ninjas show up. There's a car chase. And the episode ends with Assy taking down a John Adams impersonator, which is totally cool because that guy was a criminal and Assy gets his job back. My god, was this a slog to sit through. It was only 11 minutes of my life, but it felt like a 30-minute episode. I completely understand why this show is not talked about online and why I completely forgot about it. For lack of a better term, it's ass. I have no idea how, but this is the only show out of these three that I'm going to talk about that actually received a second season, and it kind of makes me mad. I honestly wish I had more to talk about with this, but it's literally ass. It is not good to look at. It's not funny. I do not find the concept of a talking, walking butt cop funny, and that's really all this has to offer. Maybe if you like the old cop shows that this is parodying, it might be funnier, but to me, it's just a no. I'm sorry to all the Assy McGee fans out there, but I will not be continuing this show.
That kind of looks a little bit like...
Stroker and Hoop, created by Casper Kelly and Jeffrey G. Olson. The series is a parody of buddy cop films and television series such as Starsky and Hutch. I promise I didn't plan on this being two cop shows in one thing, but oh my god, it just happened that way, I'm sorry. I watched this show more than I did the others in this video, but I still didn't remember much of it. Actually, a few jokes I really enjoyed in the first part.
Get him an FM radio already. This right-wing crap is poisoning his mind. Viagra, penis enlargement, mortgage, Viagra. A high school band is getting threats.
But then I realized partway through the episode that it was actually 22 minutes long, and I feel like it hurt the show. There is way too much going on in this episode, but let's get into it. Stroker and Hoop, our main characters, start off trying to talk to a possessed teenager named Megan. After a series of events go horribly wrong, she becomes possessed by a demon. They leave Megan behind in favor of a new case. A high school charity car wash has been receiving threats and hire Stroker and Hoop for protection. Stroker just really wants to get a date with the teacher lady because he's kind of like the ladies' man, but he sucks at it. Car, their talking car, becomes addicted to car washes, and it's treated like he's addicted to paying for sexual services. Ha 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 ha. They believe it's other marching bands trying to sabotage the high school kids, but it turns out to be a gang of car wash owners trying to crack down on charity car washes because it's hurting their business. And also Megan's family shows up a few times through the episode, and they're not happy about what the two have been doing, but it's not really relevant to the plot at all. And that's honestly the whole episode. It's a lot of nothing, and I feel like the gags are drawn out way too long. The first few minutes of it, I was pretty into it, and then I saw the 22-minute runtime, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't. This is not a 22-minute show. This should have been 2 11-minute episodes, and it would have worked out so much better in its favor. The pacing is just an absolute mess, and I can't handle it. I do actually enjoy the art style of this one, though. Like, it's really crummy looking, but in like a nice kind of way, if that makes sense. It feels very Adult Swim. Like, so did Assy McGee, but this is at least enjoyable to watch. I might try watching more episodes in the future for a future video, but right now I'm just kind of meh. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of it to watch, so I guess it wouldn't be the biggest chore in the world, but
And this is my partner, Stroker.
Detectives, not gay.
And finally in this video we have Lucy, the daughter of the devil. Now, to be totally fair, I didn't actually forget about this show, but I haven't seen it in a long time and I wanted to include it in this video. I was actually going to cover the show Titan Maximus, but I could not watch a 22-minute episode of the guys who make Robot Chicken doing a Voltron Power Rangers kind of thing. I just couldn't do it for this. Maybe in a different video, though, I will cover that show. Lucy, the Daughter of the Devil was created by Lauren Bouchard. Bouchard? I have no idea how to say that. And get this, it's the same creator of Bob's Burgers. This blew my mind, which makes way more sense too when the devil is played by Bob, and another character in the show is played by the guy who plays Hugo, the health inspector. Now, I found the intro hilarious because it's clearly John Benjamin singing Maneater. At least that's what I think it is, because it sounds just like Bob when he does some singing in Bob's Burgers, so it's gotta be him. Listen for yourself.
Oh, here she comes, she's a man-eater.
The episode starts off with a little history lesson about how Lucy was conceived and how we got to this point in her life right now.
Back on Lucy. Ah, my face!
She's seen at college with a new boy on the couch and they're hanging out. During her date, she gets a call from her father, the devil, and he wants her to go on a date with a senator so she can rise to power, yada yada yada. Oh, and the devil forces her boyfriend guy to end his own life. And I really like the whole, the way it goes about doing it.
It's all for you, Lucy.
So she goes on a date with the senator, who is Hugo from Bob's Burgers. The date goes poorly, but she ends up meeting DJ Jesus, or Jesus, whatever you want to call him. She falls for him, and she learns of her dad's plan, the devil, to burn down the club to the ground. But she and Jesus escape in time. And they fall madly in love. The Antichrist with Christ Reborn. How cute is that? And that's really it for the first season. We're introduced to a couple more characters, but that's really the whole plot. Now, I don't feel like I can really judge this show just from one episode because it does have some serialized elements, which when I was looking at the episode descriptions, it seems like it kind of ends in one spot and begins another, but it does have its own plots in each episode. So the main bit of the show is that the devil is just a chill, goofy dad guy while he's doing evil things.
I want to say sorry about calling so late last night, but I drank 4 apple teenies.
And it's not really that funny to me, but my god, do I love the visuals of this show. I might do a full Lucy retrospective and watch the whole thing and, see how it really plays out. Because I really don't feel like it's fair to judge this one just based on one episode, because I really did like the visuals. So, in conclusion, yeah, I totally understand why I forgot about these shows and why they are not as fondly remembered. It might be unfair to only watch one episode of each show, but I do think I saw what they each have to offer, except for Lucy. I'm still actually kind of butthurt that Assy McGee is the one that got 2 seasons, because, again, it is ass. There are a few more shows I'd like to cover. Like I said earlier, Titan Maximus is one I did want to cover, but I could not sit through another 22-minute episode after Stroker and Hoop. I could not do it. So yeah, if you'd like to see more videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, all that jazz, whatever the kids say, all that junk. You know what I'm saying. Ta-ta for now, the glizzy and the riz and beep bop da boopity bee. Ta-ta for now.